Tweakers can be very interesting creatures. I'm talking about Mexican Americans here. I had an uncle that was a Mexican American. He was a good guy though. He went to church every Sunday. He was Crystal Methodist. He tried Fuck. He tried to hang himself with his shoestrings, but he was wearing Crocs. So Q-tips laying all around the house talking about a bad ear infection. Yeah, you got some type of infection. Toss that man of color and Bucky turned to Bob Ross for the next 7.5 hours. You ever been airhead hunting at 2 a.m.? You ever took part of lawnmower just cuz? Have you ever done it doggy style so you both can look out the window? Some of y'all not even tweet. Y'all just straight off the fucking bolt. I seen one of my buddies from school the other day. I was like, hell, man, you looking old. He was like, yeah, man, when I was younger, I grew up today. Like, what the fuck are you saying to me? I went with one of my buddies hunting UFOs one time. There wasn't any UFOs out there, but I still had a great time watching this motherfucker shoot off in the sky. Did I hit it? Did I hit it? Damn gun ain't even loaded. I once helped this guy fight off a bunch of imaginary bush monkeys, so I say we're pretty tight. Every time he comes back from his old lady's house, he's missing another tooth. Either he's dating the tooth fairy or a world-class championship boxer. My uncle steals catalytic converters for breakfast. My uncle's stolen so many catalytic converters that my car person went out and got a restraining order against him. My uncle's technically not allowed to be around cars because he's an offender. He used to work at a body shop till one day somebody walked in and caught him with his pecker stuck in the exhaust pipe of a 2003 Chevy Silverado and pretty much wrapped it up. That truck wasn't willing, obviously. The judge knew that because it's a fucking truck. Anyways, now every time he moves somewhere new, he's got to go around and tell all the neighbors, you know, door to door so they can hide their fucking cars and shit. The other night, I tossed him an Auto Trader magazine. He locked himself in the bathroom for 20 minutes, and now the pages are stuck together. I wanted to look through it, but I mean, at this point, that would be nuts, right? My cousin's a crackhead. This man just tried to convince me that the device wrapped around his ankle is an Apple Watch. My cousin once blew up a 7-Eleven because he lit a Pall Mall Red at the gas pump. 3 people tragically died, but Jerry was so yacked off that coke he took the remains of the rubble and built a children's hospital. He didn't even realize he was on fire the whole time till he got so burnt people started confusing him for Wesley Snipes. Looked like he fell asleep in a tan bed and woke up next to a hot dog on a grill. I know, my cousin's done some sketchy shit for money. I remember this one time he moved down to South Texas, something about moving people across the border, but I can't speak too much on that because apparently you can't file that on your taxes. Another time he was a mechanic for some big shot organization. He still holds company record fastest person to take off a catalytic converter. If my cousin ever worked on your car, I bet you never seen him again. Can't take that guy anywhere, man. The other night I tried to take him to shoot some pool. He kept trying to snort the 8-ball. My cousin Jerry was a crackhead. I mean, he still is, but he was too. My cousin Jerry once stole the neighbor's dog, then gave it back to him and collected the reward money and used that money to buy him a new dog. That's a unique approach, but I respect it. Jerry once built a house in reverse. Now you make that shit make sense. That guy will do anything to chase a buzz. I went out of town one weekend. I let him watch my pets. I came home and he was in there smoking my catnip, and on top of that, somehow or another, my kitten had a warrant out for its arrest. How can you crack under pressure when you smoke it, you know what I mean? Feel bad for him though, you know what I mean? Always find himself in tough situations, you know, all the time between a rock and another rock. Cousin Jerry once famously quoted, as long as that mouth works, you'll never be broke. My cousin Jerry is a crackhead. He claims he got violated by John Cena, but nobody's seen it anyways. He pulled up on me today with a bicycle he had stolen from the Morrison kid down the street. Jerry's got this thing going on right now where he's stealing all the bicycles around town, bringing them down here, running a fresh coat of spray paint on them, and giving them back out. He's not even charging to do it either. He's like a walking pro bono in the crackhead community right now. Dude's like a real-life Robin Hood. No, seriously, like he robbed the whole hood, like cars and all. They have no way of transportation over there right now. Anyways, Jerry put up on me with his bike, talking about it sounded like the engine was knocking. I said, Jerry, this is a fucking bike. This man tried to convince me it was one of those motorized bicycles. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking plastic bottle on the tire. And I hate to say it, but at least he ain't still doing meth, you know? And one time he stole a bike and the chain on it was so rusty, he thought it was copper. He stole that shit, had it wearing it around his neck like a damn chain or something. Boy, he's proud of that shit. My name's Matt, owner of Meth Head Mechanics. I want to make sure that you get the best quality, which is why I stay up 6 weeks at a time perfecting my craft, hot wiring vehicles down at the junkyard. You'd be surprised what you can get running with some Double D40 and 2 duster cans to the face. Speaking of that, we're not responsible for tags here, so you might want to put a padlock on it. If we find change in your console, we're just going to assume it's a tip. We got a bad habit of peeking through windows here, so we like to put trash bags on all of them. Otherwise, we just get lost, man. Is it cool if I come around 2 a.m.? Payment, hell, we accept cash, credit. We'll trade you a catalytic converter. Let's see. Oh, hell, we'll take coloring books. Just don't bring them, you know, while we're still working. Hell, we won't get shit done the rest of the day. Our competition over at Crackhead Joe's thinks they can handle us, which is why I put sugar in their tanks. I think that about sums it up. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you find any missing teeth, please return them. We're trying to keep the tooth fairy in business.